Hello, let's stitch a woven wheel. I've got 6 strands of thread here, quite a generous length. Just tied a knot in the end and trimmed off the excess. You can see on my fabric I've drawn 5 different points around the outside and 1 in the centre. First thing we need to do is stitch the spokes of the wheel so that we can weave this little stitch. So start from the outside and just stitch each one. Like so. Make sure that you're going down through the same hole in the centre each time. Right, last one. There we go. Now I'm going to bring your needle, back up through the fabric. Just really close to the centre, but not through that same hole, because otherwise it'll disappear. I'm just going to adjust my needle, that's why I got caught on my fabric. With my extra length of thread, it's caught me out. Okay, now we're going to weave around the spokes. We're going to go over this first one, under the second one, over the next one, under that one. And as you can see, the thread is wrapping round and you need to bring it to the middle so that you get that full effect. So over, under this one. Just got to take your time making sure that you're bringing the thread to the middle and that you're going over and under in the right way each time. Sometimes I actually find it helpful to spin the hoop, but I'm trying not to do that too much so that you can see what I'm doing. So you might find it easier to think like, miss one out and then go under. It's entirely up to you. As long as you're going over and under each time, that's fine. And soon it starts to build up. Now, I'm using 6 strands of thread here, so it will build up a little bit quicker. So I've drawn a fairly generously sized one here. Now obviously the tighter you pull, the closer it'll be, so you might decide that you actually, as you get towards the edge, you might want to just leave a few of them a little bit looser. Depends on the effect that you're going for. But this stitch is really, really popular in embroidery. It has been for a few years now, just because it looks like a little rose. They're sweet, aren't they? So you could do them in all kinds of colours. You could do a variegated one, which would look nice. Lots of things to try. Right, I'm just going to pull a bit more of my thread out of my needle there. Oops. So as we get closer to the edge of the spokes, it gets a little bit tighter with the thread, so just keep going. Unlike the whipped wheel, I think it's a good idea to actually cover all of the spokes for this stitch. You don't really want any of them visible because otherwise you lose the effect. Whereas with a whipped wheel, it kind of doesn't really matter quite so much because it's just that kind of stitch. This is meant to be a rose and we wouldn't get that. Whoops, I've just caught a stitch there, but never mind. As I'm telling you to be careful, I've just caught one a bit, but it's okay. We'll hide it in a second. Look, because I need to go over this one now and under that next one. So what I'm going to do is just pull that gently and no one will ever know. Oop, I've done it again. What's going on with me today? Don't catch your stitches, people. It will pull in though. You can always rearrange it. Right, getting there, almost there, I think. There we are. I do need to go over that one. Okay, so there we go. It's a lovely texture, isn't it? It's beautiful. And then to finish, what you need to do is just go back underneath. That creates another petal there. You just need to get rid of any visible pen lines so that you don't see them on your finished hoop. That is a lovely woven wheel.